Hello and welcome to this first proper video in the series of creating your dream wardrobe. Now, if you're new here, my name's Maria. I'm a personal stylist. I work predominantly with women over 50, helping them look and feel fabulous every day. So if that's something that you're interested in, you might want to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell so you get notified when there's a new video. So let's get into this first video of the series, and it's all about wearing colour. So I'm sure that many of you will have had your colours done in the past, or you will know about how colour analysis works. And I've been working with colour and showing women how to wear colour for about the last 20 years, but my journey with colour actually started about 30 years ago. And I went to see a lady to have my colours done, and she told me that I was an autumn. So my journey started as an autumn. Now, the autumn colour palette is pretty good for me, but as time went on and I trained myself to become a personal stylist, I began to realise that this method of doing colour analysis was quite restricted. And since then, I've worked with literally thousands of women. I started providing an online colour service back in 2014, and I can honestly say I have done hundreds and hundreds of them. And I've come to realise that colour is so much more personal than giving you a colour palette of one of the 4 seasons. Now, I have made a video about why I no longer believe in the approach to 4-season colour analysis, so I will link that here for you. I'm not going to go into great detail about that, but I just feel that it's quite restrictive. So this video is going to be a little bit different perhaps to what you had expected. I'm not going to tell you that you're one of the 4 seasons. I'm not even going to talk about the dominant system, which I have also used, and I will link another video that explains that for you. I do still base my colour analysis on that dominant system, but I have expanded it so much more, and over the last year nearly now, I have developed it further into a completely personalised colour analysis. And the reasons for this are that we are all individuals. We can't be put into a neat little box and a set of colours, because what tends to happen is if you're given a fixed palette of colours, let's say as I was given the autumn palette, there are colours in there that I might not like. There are colours in there that perhaps have some subconscious memories for me that mean that I feel uncomfortable around that colour. And there are colours in there which I absolutely love, and what tends to happen is that you only wear part of that palette of colours, and you can quite quickly get bored with it because you think, well, I know I really like these colours, I know they really suit me, I can't go outside of that because it's not in my colour palette. And so you stick to the same thing all the time, and that can get really boring. And of course, when there are new season colours that come out, you might see a colour quite a lot in the shops and you want to buy it and you want to put it into your wardrobe, but you're not really sure whether it's right for you because you've got this fixed palette of colours. So that's why I've thought a lot about exploring it, and one of the things that I said there may well have triggered something to you to realise how I've expanded this. And this is about your subconscious and your personality. When we're children, we're like sponges and we take everything in. And by the age of about 7, our mind has started to develop. Now, if you give a child a bunch of clothes in all different colours, they'll just pick things that they like the look of and they'll put them on. They don't know whether that colour suits them or not. But what tends to happen as we go on, our mums perhaps or our caregivers dress us, and they dress us in colours that they like. So you get dressed in the colours that perhaps your mother or your caregiver likes. And then as you get older, you'll be influenced by other people as well. I mean, how often have you been told by perhaps your husband or a partner, oh, I really like you in that colour? or I really don't like you in that colour, and so you feel that you can't wear it. So we become influenced by other people. And equally, if you've been and had a colour analysis, you will have been influenced by the person that did that analysis for you, because they've told you these colours suit you. And there's nothing wrong with that. Wearing colours that suit you physically is absolutely fine, but what I want to do is help you to expand your mind a little bit to wear some other colours as well. I want you to think about wearing colours that really speak to you, that when you put them on, they make you feel happy, they make you feel amazing. And we have different moods, obviously, so some days we're going to want to wear colours that blend and make us feel calm and relaxed. Some days we're going to want to wear colours that give us more confidence so that we can enter a room confidently and stand out. So there are colours that will work for all of these different occasions. And so rather than give you a seasonal colour palette or even a dominant colour palette, what I want to talk about in this particular video is how you can really personalise your colours and make them your own. And I hope you're going to find it really useful. Now, if you did have colour analysis in the past, I'm not saying ditch all of that, but it might be that you want to tweak that colour palette that you've got a little bit. So there is a good argument for reassessing your colours every 10 years or so, because not only does your colouring change, perhaps the way you feel changes as well. And so you might want to bring in some more colours that go with your personality. So I want to talk about 3 types of colours to have a look at. And the first one is those colours which perhaps we want to wear on a day where we want to be calm, we want to be relaxed, or a day when we really want to be approachable. And these are what I call your inherent colours. Now, inherent colours are the colours that are found naturally within you. So they're always going to suit you because you're wearing them all of the time. These are the colours that you'll find in your hair, your skin and your eyes. So any time where you really want to be approachable, wear the colours that are really you. So I'm going to pop a picture in here showing you me in my inherent colours. So you'll see that they're really kind of picking up on my hair. But equally, you'll know that I love a dark chocolate brown. I'll pop a picture of me in here wearing that. And again, that's because my eyes are a dark brown. So it's a colour that really does look good on me because it's naturally in me. So these are your inherent colours. So the first colours to think about when you're looking at expanding your colour palette, have a look at colour palette if you've got one and see whether you can see any of your inherent colours in there. And if you can't, that's the first thing that you can start to add to it. So with those inherent colours, which tend to be really useful because quite often they'll go with lots of other colours. They will probably be kind of traditional neutral colours. So things like, if you think of hair colour, it could be black, it could be brown, it could be blonde. These are all colours that will go with lots of other accent colours or fun colours. So you can mix them in with other colours that you've got in your palette quite easily. Now, as well as those inherent colours, another set of colours that are really useful to have in your wardrobe are what I call your power colours. And these typically are red. So everybody can wear red. It just depends on which shade it is. Now, your red is going to be determined by your skin undertone, and by that I mean whether you have a cool skin tone or whether you have a warm skin tone. I'll pop 2 pictures in here of women with a cool skin tone and a warm skin tone so that you can see the difference. Now, if you don't know which yours is, I have done another video which explains how to determine whether you're warm or cool. I'll link that for you here so you can watch that separately. But a couple of quick tips. If you don't know whether your skin tone is warm or cool, is to take some fabric, perhaps a t-shirt or a top or something like that. If you can find a real sort of creamy colour, and perhaps a more ivory colour or a stone, and put those against you just to see which one looks better on you. And what will happen when you put the colour up under your chin, if the colour's not very good on you, you'll tend to see sort of dark circles under the eyes and perhaps some darkness under the dark shadows under the chin. Whereas when you put the one on you that does work for you, it's going to look much better. You won't see those dark shadows. So if the cream is better on you, you're more likely to have a warm skin tone. If the ivory or stone colour is better on you, you're more likely to have a cool skin tone. Another good option to try is a peach versus a pink, so a pastel-y pink. So again, if the peach looks better on you, you've got a warm skin tone. If the pastel pink looks better on you, you've got a cool skin tone. And one other little tip that you can try as well is if you look at the veins on your wrist, if they're a sort of greeny colour, then you're more likely to have a warm skin tone. If they're more blue, you're more likely to have a cool skin tone. You can also see in your skin, if you're more peachy toned like I am a warm skin tone, versus somebody who has a more pink skin tone, then they're going to be a cool skin tone. So as I said, there is a video that explains this in a lot more depth, so I don't want to go into it too much in this video. But your red will be determined by whether you have a cool skin tone or a warm skin tone. If you've got a cool skin tone, then you're going to be better in something more like a raspberry red or what's called a blue red. Whereas if you've got a warm skin tone, you're going to be better in a tomatoey red. I will pop a picture in here again of the warm skin tone and the cool skin tone with the right kind of red next to them. But red is a great colour for commanding attention. So on those days where you really want to stand out and feel confident, then red is a great option. Perhaps if you're doing a presentation or something like that, then a red jacket. Or if you don't work and you're somebody who you know you've got a difficult meeting where you want to be listened to and you want to get people's attention, then red is a really good colour to wear. And if you contrast that with that approachableness of wearing your inherent colours, hopefully you can see the different effect that these colours have, not only on you, but on other people as well. So here's a picture of me wearing power colours. You'll see one of them is red and the other one is orange. Again, it's quite a strong colour that commands attention on me. And then moving on from those colours, let's talk about personality colours, because this is where the fun really comes into your palette. These are the colours that really speak to you. They're the colours, as I said, when you look at them, they make you feel happy. When you wear them, you feel confident in them. Now, if you don't have any of those colours in a palette that you already have, the one thing that is going to make a huge difference to you is putting some of those colours into it. And this is where I want you to take off the blinkers, forget those old rules that you've had about you're not allowed to wear, because this is about you. It's not about what somebody else thinks you should be wearing. So I want you to have confidence in being able to choose those colours for yourself and say, yes, I really like that colour. It makes me feel good and I want to wear it. So how do you choose these personality colours? Well, when I do a colour analysis now for my clients, I ask them to find me some images that they look at and they almost get goosebumps from. So these can be things like pictures from nature, they can be pictures of interiors, it might be like a whole designer's collection that you've seen where they've picked beautiful colours that you really love. One I can think of, somebody who always designs in kind of soft, muted, beautiful, relaxing colours is Armani. So it might be that you look at his collection and you think, oh, that is just me, I just love it. It might be that you look at somebody else who uses much bolder colours and prints, and they really speak to you. So gather some of these images together, and I want you to find things that you feel really, really inspired by. And I'm going to put some pictures in here of some that my clients have sent me. So this particular one is from a lady who has beautiful soft colouring. And last year when I talked about the coastal grandmother, she could really see herself in that kind of environment. And so this sort of beachy picture, I've pulled out the colours from that, and they really speak to her. And then I have another client who sent me these couple of pictures, and it wasn't until I had pulled out the colours from them and presented them back to her that she realised that those were the colours of her childhood, because these were pictures of somewhere where she had grown up. And so they really meant something to her. And so wearing them makes her feel really good, because it's kind of taking her to a time where she was really happy and really content. And then this image is from a client who has a little bit of boldness and a little bit of drama in her personality. And so this picture really speaks to her, and bringing those colours into her wardrobe gives her that little bit of boldness and drama. So I hope you're beginning to see how important it is to bring colours into your wardrobe that are really all about you. Now, you're not going to probably wear these colours every day. There are going to be days where you want to wear those calming, relaxing colours. There are going to be days when you want a power colour. But a lot of the time you're going to want to wear your fun colours, the colours that make you feel really good, those colours that really speak to you. So bringing those into your palette makes your palette truly yours, makes it truly personal, and really makes it you. So a little bit different than perhaps what you were expecting to see in this video, but I hope I've convinced you how important it is not to stick with one fixed palette of colours. So when you've got your pictures together, really look at those colours in the pictures and see if you can pull some themes together. And that will really tell you a lot about your personality and how to mix those colours together as well. Now, of course, there's so much more to this, and I can't cover all of it within a video. I'm going to be doing a Q&A for my Stylish at 50 members and my Stylish at 50 Blueprint course members. So if you want to be involved in that Q&A, I will put details of both of those down in the description box. It's going to be in the next few weeks or so, but it will also be recorded and added to those membership sites. So if you want to take part in that Q&A, then get yourself inside one of those, either the course or the membership. And the other thing that I wanted to offer you is, if you want to go into this into much more detail and you want me to guide you through the process, then I do have my virtual colour analysis service, which is a one-to-one service. It's all done online, so there's no travelling involved. And I put together a complete palette of colours for you. So I will also put the details of that down in the description box. I also want to offer you a special 15% discount for getting to the end of this video. I'm going to put the discount code on the screen here, so you have to have watched the video completely to get that discount code. So I will again leave details of that down in the description box. Obviously, the best way for you to be able to ask me a real question is to be involved in that Q&A that I'm doing, or to have my one-to-one service. So I hope you liked this video. I hope it's given you some inspiration. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. As I always say, it really helps my channel. If you like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video in this series where we're going to be talking all about shape. So bye for now.